Daniel's there. There we go. Okay. Daniel is actually in Mexico right now.
I was wondering if he was out of town.
Yeah, he's roughing it. He's at a it looks to me like a 5-star resort or 6.
Oh, okay.
It's a gated community and chefs and pools, and he let me see his room last year at this location, and I mean it is a mansion.
I don't know how he can stand stepping down that far. You'd think he'd want something much nicer than that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wanted to go with him this year. It's a difficult airport to get into, but it is a magnificent place. So he's having a great time down there. Well, welcome everyone. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you. I'm Mary.
Hey, Bob.
There he is. And
hello.
And there's Mary, and I don't know if Barbara's on yet or not. Hopefully there she is. Very good. So happy to have Barbara with us. So fortunate to have Barbara. Each one of you actually, and Marina. Marina, are you in Tennessee or are you in Oregon?
I'm still in Oregon right now.
Okay, good. Are you headed back there pretty soon or?
The first week of November, I'm going to go for a week.
Okay. And you're here till then?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
As far as I know.
Okay, all right. Well, you guys, I'm gonna start in prayer, and then we'll go with wins. Then I'm gonna show you a little bit about, well, I think I'll wait till after Edwin. We're very fortunate to have Edwin with us today from the home office. He's a just phenomenal, extraordinary leader, and just helping our team like crazy. Hopefully we'll get a new director through Edwin's working with some of our people. So you'll get to see him shortly. We'll open in prayer and then have wins, and then we'll go to Edwin. So we'll say a prayer here. So dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this time together. Thank you for the wonderful people on this call. We're so fortunate to have each one of these people in our team. We thank you for their talent. We thank you for their health. We thank you for their ambition to help other people's health and other people's finances. And Lord, we ask you to help our team, help us get a little bit more focused and use our time to get with people, make appointments for things that can help them. And please be with us in this time and lead us and direct us, because Lord, we depend on you and we totally 100% need your help. We ask you to guide us. We thank you for your kindness and mercy and your blessing and your provision. In Jesus' name, Lord, please guide our meeting and our speakers today. Amen. Okay, well, I'll start. We have 2 wins. We have 2 gold medal winners in our team this quarter. Daniel got a gold. He's ahead of me, no surprise there. And then I got a gold. It was my first one ever. I've won some silvers, but never a gold. So I was blessed. Quite a few people came to me. It was really nice. I didn't have to go get everyone. And so we got 2 gold medal winners in the team. And who else has a win they want to share? Who else has a win they want to share? We have a brand new executive director, Josh and Bethany are clear up to executive director, which is 2000. And so that's a new development, which is wonderful. I see Danica is with us. That's wonderful. And Brent is with us. I'm glad to see that. So does anybody else have a, Janet, are you going to speak to the memory group this month? Is that this month, Janet?
Here she comes.
Okay. Janet is really making some great contacts. Janet, are you speaking to the memory group this month?
Hi, everybody. I'm just about to leave. I've got a couple of volunteer things this morning, but
I got sick last time they met,
Oh, did
so
you?
I'm gonna go this coming Wednesday. Is
Okay.
they meet on the 1st and the 3rd, so I won't speak to them this Wednesday, but I'll make arrangements this Wednesday with them. So yeah, it'll be
Wonderful.
fun.
Do you know how big a group that is? How many attend?
It's about 20. I think.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that in
Yeah, I don't know that they all come to the meetings, but they're all part of the dementia warriors are people who are either dealing with dementia or they're caregivers of people with dementia. So certainly supplements can help all of them.
Right. And is that in Philomath or is that Corvallis?
It's in Philomath. It's
Is
a
it?
nationwide organization apparently, and they have the chapter here in Philomath is very active. They meet
Oh.
weekly for what they're great. They're
And
fabulous.
it's called Dementia Warriors.
Correct.
Okay, because if they're nationwide, do you think they might be in Eugene too?
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look that up. And then would you mind do you have 2 minutes? You can share what happened with Marcy? Because
Oh, right. Yeah, I think we shared that last
I know.
time maybe, but yeah, I'm sorry, she was dealing with a skin issue and she would it would get all swollen and broken out and her skin would crack all around her lips and on her cheeks and then all down her arms and her hands would just be cracked and bleeding. And she had dealt with it for a couple of years with prednisone and this and that and the other thing, and tried to figure out if she was allergic to things, et cetera, et cetera. But she started on the salmon oil and within 2 or 3 weeks, it was better. So, and that was just on 2 or 3 salmon oil. And so we told her to double it and it all went away. I mean, she was so swollen up here and all of that swelling went away and her skin healed up and she just looks better and better and better. So, yeah, so it was a real win for her. It just changed her life.
yeah, and is she on quite a few products now? It seems like you're.
She tried the shakes. I think she'll probably continue those. She's got her husband now on the salmon oil because he's got some issues. And so,
Right.
yeah, it's little by little, she doesn't want to sign up. She only wants to buy from us, which is fine, but it's all in God's timing. He'll figure it out with her. So
We like her because she's a walking billboard.
yeah. Yeah. So I've signed up.
Everybody says, what's going on, Marcy? You've changed. What's happening?
Yeah.
And we've signed up a couple of people because of that.
Yeah, I signed up a
Wow.
gal yesterday. I met with her on Wednesday and her payday was on Friday. So she signed up. She had a heart attack a couple of years ago and she's been in a real slow, coming back from that. But she's gained a lot of weight. And so she just started her fitness program in September. And so I gave her a sample of Upbeat and told her about the breakfast solution and she signed up. So she got the breakfast solution and the Upbeat and yeah, so she has some goals. So I'm going to encourage her to sign up for the 30-day and 60-day and 90-day. So.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
That is
super cool.
wonderful.
Yep. Little by little, one by one.
Wow. Thanks for telling me. I didn't know Dementia Warriors was nationwide. So you guys, everyone on this call, you might look up Dementia Warriors and see if there's a chapter in your town that you can talk to. So thank you, Janet.
Yep.
And-
Okay. Gotta go. Bye, everybody.
Okay,
Love
thank
ya.
you. Okay, bye. Anybody else have a win? Because then we'll go to Edwin. Does anyone else? I know John and Debbie have two shows this month, which is great for like having a vendor booth. And Leslie Hansen and I have one also in 2 weeks. Does anybody else have a win they want to share? Okay, well, if we don't have any wins right now, then we'll go to Edwin. And I got to tell you a personal story. Edwin helped me get a distributor this month. He's so busy because he's so talented and he uses his time well. So every time I call him, I get a message. I never get him. But I had 2 Mexican women in my office here that a friend sent in. I couldn't talk to them. So I called Edwin. Edwin, can you please call me? I got his answering machine. Well, fortunately, about a minute later, he called me back. I put him on speakerphone. He spoke to them in Spanish. They spoke back. And Edwin signed them up in like 15 minutes with no PowerPoint, nothing, just talking to them. They joined. And I have some other distributors in my team, Lupe and Guillermo Delgado, that meet with Edwin weekly, that you guys need to get your people on. And Edwin, they have brought 2 promoters this week right here in my office. They brought them here 2. So you guys, Edwin has an enormous amount of skill and ability. So you guys, please take careful notes, because he's a wealth of talent, and we can learn a lot from him. And he's amazing because he can sign him up so quick. So Edwin, can you go ahead and present to us, because we're eager to hear you.
Hello, Bob. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here this morning. I don't know if you guys can see me on the full screen.
Yes, we can.
All right. Well, I'm so excited to be with you all this morning. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Edwin Hurtado. I'm the manager of field development for North America, and I'm currently supporting the Latino team. But that doesn't mean that I cannot support you. Like, for example, I'm supporting Bob's team because we have some Latinos there. So if you guys need any help regarding Spanish fluent people, definitely you can reach out to me, and it's a pleasure to be working with every single team. I'm working with Bob's team. I'm working with Alan Blaine. I'm working with Louis Smith. We're growing a good group with Louis Smith. We're working with a lot of new leaders, upcoming leaders from Dr. Joaquin as well. So it's super exciting. And I'm just going to share in 10 minutes. Bob said 10, 15 minutes. The way we're working with the Latino teams and the way we're seeing success. And one of the key things that I want to share with everyone is that people, sometimes they don't want to be, especially prospects, they don't want to be in a 2-hour meeting. It's really hard for a prospect to be part of a 2-hour meeting. So what I'm doing and the way we are achieving success is trying to invite our prospects to a 15, 20-minute max web health talk meeting. So that's one of the first things I just wanted to remind everyone. If you get to invite your prospects to a 15 or 20-minute web health talk meeting, that's more than enough. And that's the way we're signing people up. And I was fortunate enough to talk to a few people that came to Bob's store. And that's what I do. I just went over basically the web health talk over the phone. I was telling her, oh, you know what? You need to start with the Pro Vitality. It has the whole grains. It has the fruit and vegetables. You get the omega. You know that in 8 weeks, it lowers inflammation up to 68%. Just basic things. I don't go so deep. I don't give too much information. I just go really basic, sharing about the carotenoid complex. In only 20 days, it can boost immune capacity up to 37%. And then I always ask them, do you have a really healthy lifestyle? And they're like, most of the time, especially Latinos, they don't. We eat a lot of fried food and a lot of junk food. So, all right, well, you need to add the shake. In this shake, you get the whole protein that you need. You get the amino acids, you get the fiber. So that's how I go quick. And at the end, I just ask them, all right, with what flavor of shake would you like to start? I just immediately get those 2 shakes, whatever they want, and bam, sign them up like that. It's, if you ask the person, would you like to think about it? Do you want to just talk to your husband? Do you want to just reach out to me whenever you're ready? Of course, she's going to be like, yeah. But if you help him, just guide him. I'm like, you know what? I know this is going to help you. You can, first of all, you need to be sure that you really know and believe in that this product works. So if you have the confidence that the product works, then why are we going to be hesitant on asking them, like, will you consider this? Do you want to sign up? No, it's just like, you know what? This is for you. This is going to change your life. Here it is. So that's the way we're working with members. And immediately, once we sign up a member, my first goal, Bob, and the whole team is help that member earn their 3 for free. They need to know how to earn their 3 for free. And sometimes, let me give you a quick tip. And we do it not only with the Latinos, I've done it for so many years with other teams, that some people are really scared when they get scared when they hear the word business. So I'm really cautious regarding that. So what I do, if I'm signing a new person, I'm like, you know why? You know what? By the way, you're buying right now the breakfast solution, but let me tell you this, I don't want you to pay for this product ever again. And they'll be like, really? How? All right, well, great question. You know what? We have the 3 for free. Just refer 3 people that you know that they need the product, same as you, and I'll gladly do a 15-minute web health talk meeting, and I'll help you sign them up. Simple as that. So if we as leaders help our team immediately, a member earn their product for free, trust me, they won't cancel their auto trip. They won't make any tougher questions because they will be getting their product for free every single month. And that's the way I'm working with new team members. Now, if this team leader, if this new member starts bringing their family over, like for example, they sign up 3 people, well, guess what? For each person that this person is signing up, I immediately schedule a web health talk with those 3 people that are joining, so I can explain to them that they can earn their 3 for free as well. I never mentioned business. I just mentioned, I want you to get your product for free next month. And guess what? In your first month, starting in October, you can end up with 12 new members in your organization by signing 3 new members and helping those 3 new members earn their 3 for free. So if each of those 3 members sign 3 people, those are 9 plus the 3 you sign, you have 12 new members in your organization. And let me tell you this, I've seen it, I've done it. In 1 month, we have signed up under 1 leader over 50 people in 1 single month. Yeah, we're doing that. Bob, if you see a name in the chart, her name is Radai Rosales. Is a leader that I'm working with, and I think she's number 3 right now. She has over 100 achiever points. So you can tell that the way we're working, there it is. You can see it there. She's there. We have in 4 months close to 200 people in her organization in less than 4 months.
Wow.
So it's working, and I'm not here to show up. I'm telling you this is the way we're working, and it works. The company already put everything in place for us to succeed. Now, this is what's happening. So I sign up a new member, and this new member suddenly has 12 people. If you multiply 12 times 90, it's over 1,000 points. Guess what? We're popping senior managers left and right, because now this member, I give them a call and tell them, you know what? You have now over 1,000 points. You have more than 12 people in your organization. You're going to get a 10% bonus check, and you're going to become a senior manager. So you need to upgrade right now as a promoter. So that's how it is. In 1 month, this new member can become a promoter. So this is really important for your success. This month, in September, we haven't really closed September, but we're already almost finishing. I'm closing with 2 new directors with they're gonna get their $500 free product, 2 new directors, because they're qualifying, they're growing. I'm gonna have a second time world team member qualify again. So this is happening because of the way we're working. Now, you can say, Edwin, but I'm not working members. How can I work promoters? Well, one of the main things is that if you sign up members, you need to help them earn their 3 for free. If you sign up promoter, you need to be in a rush to help them get a check. If you're not helping members get their product for free, and if you're not helping promoters get a check, then those people won't continue doing the business or won't continue taking the product, because that's super important. And we should do it in the first 2 or 3 days, immediately set up meetings with their family members, their friends, and we need to help them start their business. Once we sign up a promoter, just before finishing this talk, is that one thing that I noticed with promoters is that sometimes they receive their kid, they just get the tray and the kid goes under the bed or in the closet or somewhere else. They have no idea. They got catalogs, they got the price list. They just care for the product. So we as leaders are responsible for giving that value to the kid they're gonna receive. So this is something that I do, and if you wanna write it down, this is super important. So when you sign up a new promoters, please let him know that once he gets his kit, his promoter kit, tell him not to open it. Tell them that you need to schedule immediately a 15, 20-minute Zoom meeting with him. This is super important. Trust me, this is gonna change your whole game. So once that promoter reach out to you and say, Bob, you know what? I just got my kid here at home. You immediately join that promoter over a Zoom call. I love Zoom calls because that's the way you can see people face to face, eye to eye, versus in a phone call. And you just tell them, all right, get your kit. All right, so here's your kit in your hand. So you have your green box here. He's holding his green box, and this is what you're gonna tell him. And you're gonna tell him, before you open this box, there is something I want to tell you, that the fact that you have joined and decided to invest in yourself, this speaks of incredible things about you. You're about to experience something that many people have not had the opportunity before. Your future is in the box that you're about to open. That's gonna change their mindset totally. Because for them, it's like, all right, if in this box is my future, I need to follow this. And we know this can definitely change their life. So when I've done that, people open their kit like, wow, right? And immediately they want to know what's inside. And they know their mentality automatically, there's a switch that turns on, and they see like, you know what? Here might be truly my future, and not only for me, for my generations to come. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bob, for inviting me today. I'm about to head out to another meeting, but is there any questions, Bob?
You guys, you have an expert on the line here, so please ask questions. Anybody have a question? Yeah, we're excited because Edwin is developing directors, gets them to senior manager, and he's working in our team, which we're so grateful. Thank you so much, Edwin.
So hang on a second, Bob. I actually do have a question, which is after you have told them that their future is in the box, and then they open the box. Now you have you are on a Zoom call with them, a 15-minute Zoom call.
That's what we do, a kid orientation.
Yeah, and so then what, you just go through the things that are in the box?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do. That's what we call a kid orientation. So you need to guide them. You need to guide them through the price list. Here's your promoter cost. Here's your retail. Here's the members cost, because people are lost. They don't know. I have people losing money because they're charging way less than they were supposed to in the products. So no, you need to guide them through the price list, through the catalog, through the compensation plan. It doesn't have to be a big training. It's just kid orientation, just all. And then you can set up a business training. You can set up a marketing and compensation training. But that's super important because that's the startup kid, and they need to know what they have available in order for them to succeed and have and reach your goals with this company.
Good. Thank you.
Nice seeing you, John and Debbie.
Yeah, nice seeing you too.
I have a question for Edwin. Oh, go ahead, Leslie.
Barbara, Leslie, whoever.
Okay, I just wondered, Edwin, can you put together a script so we can practice it?
Well, Leslie, you've been pretty successful. I don't think you need a script, but
I mean your script. So we can, it's in print, and we can, practice on each other. And
actually, this thing that I shared regarding the promoter kit, I took a master class with some successful coaches, and this coach was sharing, and he was saying, you need to stimulate different areas of the brain of the person you're signing up, and when you use words like you're gonna praise them, and you're gonna let them know that before you open this box, there's something I want to tell you, and then you go so deep into the fact that you have joined and decided to invest in yourself. So you start just approaching that personal mindset, and that person's gonna be like, yeah, he's right. I invested in myself. Yeah, he's right. So you start pumping that person up, right? So that leader was more psychological. He's like, work in this psychological area with your upcoming leaders or your new people, right? And then he's like, he was explaining that you're stimulated different parts of the brain, like in hormones. And so I when I was listening to the class, I'm like, okay, how can I apply this to the promoter kit? And I was just like, okay, I need to brainstorm. So I was done. I was blown away, because I noticed that most of the people, they just get their kid, get their training in, and who cares about the box? And no, and then I started doing this, and people, when they open their box, you're gonna see, like, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like it changes the whole mentality, and it gives them a different perspective. So basically, it's that, Leslie. It's just that.
That's awesome.
You guys are doing great. Barbara, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Great job. I have two questions. The program you have on Tuesday is for prospecting, is it?
Yes.
And you do the same thing every Tuesday?
Well, we do the same thing, but different topics every Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
when you mean different topics, so if you do, just give me an example of 3 different topics you
okay,
may do.
let's say if I talk about Immunity Tuesday, the following Tuesday, I'll talk about digestive issues or digestive health.
Okay.
Digestive health. Then the following Tuesday, I'll talk about cognitive health. And that's how I change topics, and I have testimonials during Tuesdays nights. So, and you know what? We went from a few months ago, we had around 15, 20 people joining. We're reaching almost 90 people on our Tuesdays meetings connected. And because we're putting a great show, and I'm doing quick 30, 35-minute max presentations. And it's not only me talking. Well, most of the time, I give the web health or the web trainings, but I have people joining me who are experts in nutrition, experts in different areas. For example, I invited this lady who has a bachelor's on I think she's a psychologist, and so she was invited. So what she did is she talked regarding how in a connected neurological way the products can support you. So she was talking regarding her field, but how omega-3, lecithin, and those products play a role regarding your connective health. So I do those kind of things. We have testimonials, and it's amazing the way we're growing. And we have people just joining left and right. And this past Thursday, I had a Discover NeoLife for guests also, and I try to do every 2 weeks business trainings. And on a side, I'm doing one-on-one business trainings, one-on-one catalog appointments, or team catalog appointments as well. So that's working for the teams.
So going back to that first question about the presentation, you change, you mix it up. You use the back office presentation, or do you do a video?
No, we do the back office presentation.
Okay, good.
Everything every single person sees, it needs to be backed by the company. So I just use company material that we have in the back office, and I just mix it around. Sometimes I don't want to continue with the same topic. I don't want to repeat a topic. So what I do is like, okay, I'm going to get all the minerals, and I'm going to do a topic regarding minerals. So I just get the different slides that we have from different minerals and put it together. Like this past week, I talk about the 6 products that support or supports a healthy, I didn't want to call them to support or to like healthy joints, for example. So I just added 6 products that support healthy joints, and I just talk about them, and people were really informed, and we have testimonials, and they're growing. I know soon we're gonna pass over 100 people every week.
So this is 30 to 35 minutes.
Yes, no more. And that's including testimonials. That's including also we have a segment with the breakfast solution. So every month, every Tuesday, we start with a breakfast solution portion that Araceli Jenkins or all the leaders share. So she does her part of 10 minutes with the breakfast solution. No matter what, we talk about the breakfast solution because we know that's the core of our products and we want people to be aware of those.
Okay, thank you, Edwin. Appreciate
Right.
it. Proud of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
Congrats.
everyone. Have a blessed day and we'll be in touch. Thank you, Bob.
You're fantastic, Edwin. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We greatly appreciate it. And thanks for working with our team.
I'll be here for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Thank you, Edwin. Okay, you guys. So, yeah, I mean, that was just thrilling last week with Edwin. You know, I couldn't speak a word with the two Mexican ladies here. So thank God he got out of his meeting and went on speakerphone and he just got them joined up immediately. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we have two brief presentations here. I'm a little bit distracted because okay, so what I'm gonna do, October is World Team. Daniel, can you hear me? And can I share screen now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and share screen.
Okay, great. Let me see here. I hope this is going to work. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. Boy. Can you guys see the Wisdom Builder event there? Okay. Okay, so events are one of the most important things in our business. And this is the next event for any of our team can go to. We're all invited. So I encourage you to go to wbretreat.com. WB Retreat. This is one of the two fastest growing teams in NeoLife North America, one of the two fastest. So I greatly encourage you to go. The training is tremendous. So just go to wbretreat.com and it'll tell you the dates, the time, all the topics they're going to cover, the cost, etc. So I want to encourage you to get to that. Now I'm hoping I can pull up. Doesn't look like it's going to let me do it. So what we're going to do now then, since I can't get this other thing to come up, we're going to show you a quick video of one of the more exciting events in a NeoLife career, because one of our team members just got to go to this, and you're going to see Jamie and Carol Wilson in this video several times. It's about 3 minutes long, and then I'll introduce Jamie and he'll have the next session of the meeting. So here we go. Hopefully this is going to work. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Can you guys see that? Okay, Barbara, can you see the picture? Okay, good, good. Here we go. And Carol was right in the front there. Can you guys hear that? Is the sound on? Okay, good.
Being at leadership school is indescribable. I feel so blessed, not just because of the place, it's just stunning. We've been taken care of like royalty, but it's also the people that we've really been able to connect with. And just the time to really focus on our business, I think, has meant the world to us. The leaders here have been so inspirational, but very truthful too. So we've learned things that, things we should stop doing that we've continued to do, and things that are really going to help thrive our business. It's been an extraordinary weekend, and I truly wish that all of you will be blessed with this same experience. This has been such a fabulous trip. It's something that went beyond my expectations. The connection with the people here, a smaller group where we can all chat together. For us to be here and discuss things that we learned throughout the day has been amazing. To get advice from Jerry and Kendra and all the leaders has been more than I ever expected.
Yeah, I would say, we've been to a lot of leadership retreats, but the leadership conference here, I think what sets it apart is that you actually get to be in the same room and learn from not only the owner of the business, but the CEO of the business on a personal level, which is unparalleled with anything else you're going to experience.
Amazing business tips from them, and just hearing the story of Jerry Brassfield and how he started the business, that for me is big, and I'm convinced that my business is going to go to higher heights.
This is the most excited experience. I mean, you have to be here. You want to see what really NeoLife means to you, you have to come.
Oh my goodness, I'm more than excited to be in this leadership school. I have been able to meet a lot of great people. I have learned a lot of skills through the training. I'll be able now to do my business in a different direction. Through this leadership school, I am more than excited than ever.
Yeah, leadership school, we've enjoyed being here. I mean, the way that we've been treated on this winery, the hospitality here, it's absolutely beautiful. They definitely spend a lot of time giving us a ton of training, a lot of tools that we're going to be able to take from this 2 days of training and apply it directly to our business. And I'm really excited to see the growth that we get.
This leadership school has been life-changing. You have to come experience it for yourself. Everyone deserves to get here. You can do it. If you think that you can, you totally can. Come to leadership school. It'll change your life.
Okay, there's the class of 22 and 2022, and we have one of the members of that class in our presence right now. And so I'm going to introduce Jamie, and I think Carol might be sharing with us too. This last month, Jamie and Carol were in the number 3 for personal volume in our team. They did a little over 10,000. Very, very good. Jamie has won multiple gold medals, multiple silver medals. He's a great leader. He has lots of warmth. I see his mentor coach back by the table at his house right now. I saw her over there that directs Jamie as Carol. I see Nancy on the couch there. You want to wave, Nancy? There she is. Nancy has made executive manager twice, and Jamie, pretty amazing. He has 3 or 4 executive managers. I see Rick and Barb there, and not sure all. It's a little bit hard.
Patty.
Patty. Okay.
Patty.
Okay. Good. So Jamie, he's a great leader. Multiple gold medals, silver medals, lots of warmth, courage, leadership ability off the chart, talent off the chart. He and Carol just got back from a major, huge milestone in a NeoLife career, which is Leadership Summit. So Jamie and Carol, please tell us all about your experience, because this is something all our new people need to aspire to, this thrilling experience. And we congratulate you guys. It's a very great achievement and great milestone. So you guys, these are some of our next upcoming Sapphire directors right here that we're looking at, Jamie and Carol. And I hope to be next year, hope to be with them on a world team trip. It'd be awesome. So take it away, Jamie and Carol. Please tell us all about your time and what you learned and what it was like.
Well, you saw a little video. You know, it was kind of amazing. One of the things that stood out to me the most was the humility of everyone. And Edwin, that was doing such a fantastic job giving us training here a minute ago. He was our chauffeur, and you never would have guessed that I didn't guess he had those kind of skills. He should have been doing some of the talking for us. So you are hearing me okay, right?
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay. This thing's acting weird, but anyway, yeah, all right, that's looking good. You know, Bob, what, probably 2+ years ago, you gave us this picture and of, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it said, "Come on, guys, you can do this. You can do this. It's going to be great. You get to go to leadership school. You just got to keep pressing on." And just the way it all folded together, we got to go ahead and do just that. And so anyway, we were excited to get there. It was really amazing. I got to mess with this thing for just a second because something's not working right here.
We're over there. We're all over there.
Okay. Right. I'm not going on. I hesitate to do this, but
How many
okay.
are there?
Is that better?
How many are at your house, Jamie, right now?
We have 4 plus Carol and I.
And some more are coming late, but they're a little late.
Yeah. So Carol, would you like to say a couple words about?
Oh, it was a wonderful, inspiring, relaxing, and informative experience. It was just, it was amazing. One of the most positive, fun things I've done. That's where a learning experience and this fun experience. Yeah, the people, all the people were just real approachable and easy to talk to, and the leaders were just like part of us with spectacular information. Everything was just superb.
It really was, Bob. You know, I wrote down a few things because otherwise I just forget. I always kind of get a little tongue-tied in front of people, but you know, I just want to say thank you to you, Bob and John and Debbie and this great team that's here and a whole bunch of team that's not here.
Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
That's right. And just one of the things that I have always been amazed about is no matter how badly I mess up or get out of step with everyone and what's going on and drop the ball, you guys are still supporting us and encouraging us to do more. And we just really love and appreciate each one of you more than you can begin to understand. And I'm really looking forward to everyone in this room getting to go to leadership school too. Yeah, you know, it's just a great opportunity to rub shoulders with the people that we look up to. We think, I could never do that. I could never be like that, but we can. And every one of those people was so amazing. As far as being the humility of them was just off the charts. Getting to rub shoulders with Jerry Brassfield and Kendra, and they took time out of their time. You know, they've got a lot going on with all the different things going with NeoLife all around the world to be there with us and hang out with us and teach us and train us. And by the way, the estate is not too shabby either.
And the food was amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
It was a treat.
a 4,800 acre estate, about half of that in vineyards. They had a huge winery, many cottages scattered throughout that we got to stay in, and the whole estate was just more than impressive. And we were treated like real VIPs. I must admit, I made a pig of myself and gained 10 pounds by the time I got home. But the food was more than fantastic. And the big problem was it was set up you could just keep going back and eating more. And I did. I wasn't the only one, you know. The last morning, they had this bacon that was to die for. It was probably the best bacon I've ever had in my life.
Especially since he never gets it at home.
Yeah. And I noticed that as as everyone was leaving, because people had to go get on the bus to go get to their airplanes and stuff, that the fellers that were hanging around afterwards, we were all hanging around the bacon. It wasn't the fruit bowl, it was the bacon.
Well, they had supplements, just very generous with supplements when we got to our little house, our regular house. It's a nice house with there's other couples there. There's about 3 or 4 houses.
Oh, yeah.
3 or 4 houses where different people stayed. And but they had soap and shampoos and just complimentary items they gave us, and all the nutrients each day that we wanted.
Yep.
They had available. So I mean, more than generous. It was just, that was just over the top.
So getting to meet the other directors was very cool, because they were very human too. Some of them were struggling, and some seemed to just be gliding forward. But all of it was very meaningful to both of us. One of the things I saw there was that they were all there to learn how to do a better job for their teams, to become better leaders, and to take home something to help others with, and improve their mission and their opportunity to become better at what this is all about.
Also, I remember they emphasized that helping people was a priority, even before the money.
Yes.
Helping people, and that's what we're accomplishing that too. If you help people, then you make the money, but helping people is the most important beginning of that.
Exactly. So one of the things that Steve Whitwell threw out right at the first was to burn the boats. In other words, don't give yourself away going back. But if things get tough, you just press forward. And shared the example of a commander that was back hundreds of years ago that was going in to conquer an area, and all the other people who had tried to conquer that particular people before didn't succeed, and they had to retreat and left. So this commander got the great idea that when they got there, first thing they were going to do is put everyone on their smaller boats to go in for the attack. And then he had the last guy say, told him to burn the boats, so that there is no retreat. And not only did his people see it, but so did the people that they were going to conquer. And so if we get the idea that there's no going back to mediocrity, there's no going back to just being doing the same old, and just allowing things to unfold as they might, but to get the attitude that we're here for a real purpose. And I couldn't help but think of David and Goliath when he was talking about that, and David saying, "Is there not a cause? Why am I here? There's a purpose for me being here." And God even used this little kid, because David was only about 14, and Goliath was about 10 feet tall, a proven warrior. And God used David to go out and take that guy down and give Israel a great victory. And we are set to give people a great victory in their health, in their finances, in their futures. And we ought not to just take that lightly, but to realize that God has us here on purpose. And they also talked about having really good goals, smart goals. And it's been proven that if we write down our own goals, when we accomplish them, our brain gives us dopamine. It gives us that great goodwill, happy feeling. And that's a great thing to get addicted to, accomplishing goals for others, yes, for ourselves too, but for others, because that's helping that putting a meaning to our lives that needs to be there more than just making some dollars. Jerry was talking about, and I love the talks that Jerry did, a guy that started dirt poor with very little to go on. Anyone that would have looked at Jerry in the beginning would have said, oh, you know what, he's never going to do anything. He's
Well,
just
yeah, that's what his dad and his uncle, who he didn't borrow money from them, they said he should just get a 5-day-a-week job and make it secure. And and he says, no, well, I think I know I can do this. So with the Lord's help,
Jerry was telling how he started with the network marketing when he was pumping gas in a gas station. You ever see someone pumping gas in a gas station? Maybe you ought to talk to them about an opportunity. And are they too young? Well, Jerry was 19. How would you like to sign up the next Jerry Brassfield? I'm going to be talking to the guys at the gas station. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, he said, the biggest waste in any business is that we don't know how much we've already learned, how much we have in us already. And people, we get that in, and if we don't see the results we want quick enough, we just quit. But he was saying, we don't know how much we've learned. We don't know how much others need what we already know, and how much difference you can already make in other people's lives in this world. Ashley shared some great stuff, a whole bunch of great stuff. But one of the things she was talking about with our whys is to what we do shows others what we believe, and how we do it shows others what we believe. And that was so important to me, impressive, because we have to get our motivations in there and then use them, work them, let those things be right out front, because people do see it. And that is the part that they catch way more than our words. It's in what we're doing to help others. Some of this I'm going to be talking about in a minute. I wrote down some other notes too, so I'm kind of just briefly running through some of this. That's going to be in the next note. And Ashley was talking about the great opportunities that we have to win, and for not only people as directors, but when we're working with anyone. I was talking with someone yesterday and encouraging them, and he might be on the call, so I'm not going to say too much, except way to go, Tim. Not only did he become a promoter yesterday, but he got his sister signed up also, who's struggling and health-wise. And I don't know what the rest of the situation is so much, but we're always being an influence on other people, whether we absolutely see it or not, is not the issue. It's us doing the right thing, and that as much as we can all the time. Ashley was also talking about, helping people find their purpose, and with whether it's with the products, helping them to once people become customers, to help them with their story. And let's see, Carol's pointing to some stuff here. Was there something you
No,
wanted?
it's we can help them with many things they need and losing weight, you know, tactfully, but I mean, we have the best program for that. Just encourage them to invite them to your exercise class, just some different things to encourage them, because we never know exactly what they're all going through. And so if we can just be an encouragement to them, that's huge.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh, Susan Beck was there, one of the SAB scientists, and she said some wonderful things. First off, she was saying how absolutely unusual this company is, and that it's got a 65-year history, but we're still on the cutting edge. There's a whole culture with NeoLife where people are number one, and the mission behind the NeoLife is still absolutely driven, and we're still whole food based, family oriented business. The SAB was begun by Dr. Arthur First in 1975, and she bragged on Dr. First a lot. Obviously knew, if not, I don't know if she knew him personally, but she had studied this man and was very willing to say that he was a Renaissance man. Said it several times. And Susan, before she came to work with NeoLife, had been asked, she's got quite a history herself, had been asked by over 50 companies to help establish them in the marketplace. And so in the process of vetting these 50 companies, she found that only one met FDA standards.
It's amazing.
Just one. And of course, you know, we meet and exceed the global standards, because the FDA standards are not very high. You might notice that because pretty much everything that you go buy in a store, it doesn't even have to be what it says on the label. It can just be almost anything in there, and sometimes it isn't anything. And then Stephen also talked about being the perfect promoter, and I wanted to share this part, and then I've got a couple other things to say. But he said how the perfect promoter is someone that is disgusted with their situation. So you want to be the perfect promoter, always be uncomfortable where you're at and be looking to go forward, to have that burning desire to overcome any negative present condition, and to find others with a teachable spirit. You know, always be on the lookout for that person that you want to have on your team, that person that you believe you can help to step into their own business, and or to help them with their physical condition. A financial motive is great. You know, that's what being a promoter is. We're counting the dollars. We're looking for ways to get to that place that we want to be financially, and to have a sense of urgency that we're not just burning time, wasting time, but we're getting out there and doing our part to cause it to happen. It's great when we get some history of success going, but we should always be showing character and integrity in whatever we end up doing. And some other notes that I typed out because I wanted to make sure I was doing a good job. You know, one of the most important things about building our business, because we all are in business by ourselves, for ourselves, but not by ourselves. We have a ton of people around to help us. But before I talk about the most important thing that we all need, let me tell you about some of the things that it isn't, because it's not about sitting back and waiting for someone else to build our business, or waiting for people to order, or hoping that somebody's just going to show up and and say, hey, can I get what you do? I want to, start doing that. And it's not just a wishing kind of a business. We're not hanging out at the wishing well and hoping something just shows up and lands there. The way this business works is it's built out of rocket fuel. And this is a business that the basis of that rocket fuel, shh, don't tell anyone. It's prospecting and recruiting. And it ever hear that before? One of the things we went over a lot in leadership school is basics that we've heard before. But we need to not just hear it, we need to make it part of our lives. And success begins in the numbers. 50% of the people in this business that fail, they just basically stopped recruiting. And our ability to duplicate both wide and deep is gonna be followed up because when we do something duplicatable, so do others that we talk to. I mean, they look at me, they look at anyone. I can remember looking at people and going, well, I can do that. When I first started taking people over to John and Debbie's on a regular basis, the first month or two that I was finding what the products were doing for me, and people were saying, well, how do I get that? I just run over to John and Debbie's with them, say, follow me. and after a little bit, I thought, well, gee, what they're doing is not that hard. I can do that. I can show some videos. I can tell what it's done for us, and I can say, you want to give it a try? And people did. And the results spoke for themselves. And one of the things Jerry said, and I think we should all listen to, we must add to our numbers or we will die from attrition. Because everyone has people falling off the orders. That's just part of it. But he said that's why we need to add. And he was talking about when he realized at one point early on in his career that he was self-employed, and that was really scary. And he got to the point where he was like afraid to talk to people. And so he committed to himself that he was going to talk to 10 people a day. And so he put 10 pebbles in his pocket, and he'd take them out of one pocket, put them in the other as he talked to people through the day. And he said at first he was kind of cheating because he figured anyone he said anything to, that was the person he talked to. Because he had become so afraid to talk to people. And then after a time, it was like, well, it had to be someone he talked to about the business, and it had to be, and so he upgraded that 10 until he was growing in his business, and it worked for him. And he also talked about having a big enough why, so that when we have our why and our goal, and people look at it and they go, well, they're really motivated, they're really going for it. Why are you doing that? And we can share some of our why and some of the things that we're doing. It'll be big enough that other people will want to follow. And we have to have that long range goal so that we can stay focused for through the times that are discouraging, because they get discouraging sometimes. When your favorite customer falls off the chart, try some other products or just stops ordering. It can be tough. Or going through other tough problems. You get into something that you messed up. We sign someone up wrong. We get them the wrong products. Things happen. That's part of being human. But we have to have that long range goal so that through the disappointments, we're not going to let weariness overcome us, but we're going to keep focused on where we're going, what it's about, and keep looking at that long range goal until we succeed and we're there. And when we don't feel like we're good enough to do this, That's a lie. We are good enough to do this. Every single one of us. And I'm looking at the folks in this room and I'm going, you guys got it. You know, yes, you're going to have ups and yes, you're going to have downs, but you just keep going forward. Focus, put things together. One of the big points that I have been kind of afraid to do myself in my personal life is to put together goals. And because I don't want to fail myself or anyone else for that matter. But it's with having goals that we can blow by those goals and set new ones so that our long range goals are going to be right there. We're going to get there as we keep pressing forward. And I just can't help but encourage everyone to say, you want to call Bob and get him to put your picture on this. Because I've had this up on the wall at times. It's always been around in the office, and Carol and I pull it out and look at it every once in a while, and now that's a goal we've achieved. Except I can't wait to go back again as a Ruby.
Yeah. And you don't have to dress up. You don't. You could. It's very casual. But you can't have to go on it. Similar, if you were. But I mean, it's just a very relaxed, inspiring time.
So,
thank you.
Anyone have any questions? Well, Barbara just asked how long it took us to achieve the goal of going to leadership school. And I'm not exactly sure. We were getting ready to go a couple of years ago and it got postponed because of COVID.
So that was early on, and
that was pretty early on, yes.
It was.
So,
it's not that hard to get to the school. It really isn't. Just keep persevering and doing what you're doing because you're doing a great job.
yeah. Yeah, you just have to hit the director level of 4,000 points 3 times in 6 months. I believe that's correct. Is that right, Bob? 3 times in 6 months?
I don't know. I thought.
That is correct. And Jamie, you and Carol did it in about a year from when you were starting, and you were all ready to go, because I remember we were going, oh boy, they get to go. And then COVID came and it was like 2 years later. And every once in a while we'd come to you and say, did you get to leadership school yet? And you go, no, they haven't done it yet. So it's been a long time coming, and we will go back again, both of us as Rubies, and Barbara Chichester will be joining us at the same time.
All right.
You know,
It's a wonderful goal to achieve. It's and very attainable.
Yeah. Well done. Well deserved.
The person in our team that is next closest to getting to leadership school, I'll see, he's on here, but he's got the camera's off. It's Kevin and Janet that were on earlier, that they're going to do a presentation for the Dementia Warriors. They have 2 consecutive months, and they're very close to 3 consecutive months of director. And anyway, Jamie and Carol this month did 10,000, and Jamie would be among our very top recruiters. Jamie and Carol, like I said, multiple gold medals, multiple silver medals. So, and that is the lifeblood of the business. Jerry said we have to keep doing it. I totally believe that, because there is attrition. Not everyone stays, and it's the same in marriage. People stand before God, they take an oath, and all their friends say, till death do us part. Almost half of those bail on that. So Jerry said, that's attrition. He said, if they're going to spend $7,000 on their wedding and take an oath in front of all their friends and in front of God Almighty and say, till death do us part, and then they bail. He said, don't be surprised if they bail on you. When they said they're going to sell vitamins, they're going to bail. So we have attrition. So that's why we have to keep, but fortunately, there's no end to the need. There's no end. It's just massive, and we stand out amongst the others. Well, Jamie and Carol, thank you. We congratulate you. We congratulate you on this great achievement. And you know, you guys, Jamie.
It's also.
Go ahead.
Jamie mentioned the NeoLife culture and how it's people first. That is thrilling, and how after 65 years, we're still whole food, non-GMO, family oriented, still on the cutting edge. You guys, is that awesome? And the family oriented, you saw Jamie and Carol got to be with Jerry and Kendra, the owner, the CEO. And you guys tell me, isn't it true? They're just very, very friendly and down to earth, not pretentious at all, right? Jamie and Carol?
Yeah, it's just like talking to us in the room. Yeah, it's just very comfortable.
And you know, they're really the kind of people, everyone that was there was the kind of people you would love to have as your next door neighbor. You know, you wish they were a closer family, you know, that you could just stop by and see on a regular basis, because they're just wonderful people. And very, you know, I went to a convention with another company a long time ago, and the people there were so stuck up. It was just awful. Everything was about the money. And when I left that convention, I thought, I can't be part of this business, and I quit. And that made me afraid to go to our convention, because I was thinking, oh my goodness, if it's like that, it's going to be terrible. And I love the products and I love all the people I know, but really they're all going to be like this. And to my wonderful surprise and amazement, I was so pleasantly pleased to find, yes, almost everyone I talked to was just amazing, open, friendly, courteous, and felt very much like family to us.
Yeah. You know, when they say the NeoLife culture, it's no joke, is it, Jamie and Carol? There's no joke. It is family, community. And Barbara and I have talked about this many times. After a Wisdom Builder retreat or a Bald Eagle retreat or a convention, right, Barbara? Any of those, it's just so amazingly warm. And when I'm at an event with John Chambers, I have to literally put a bag over his head so we can get out of the room, because we got to get on the road because there's so many nice people there. Anyway,
no, no, Bob, no, Bob, I will not take that hit. No way. Because we'll be standing out in the parking lot, getting into the car to drive home. We've got a 7-hour drive home, and we got to get started now. And I keep dragging him away, and he's talking to somebody. He goes, oh no, this person over here, I got to go talk to. Okay, no, Bob, no.
Okay, well, it is true. All of us have been to the events. We know the people are just very quality, nice people. So Jamie and Carol, congratulations on getting to go. That's been
Thank you to all of you.
And congratulations on the team you guys are building, and to everyone there at your house right now. Okay, you guys, we're going to switch gears here. Thank you again, Jamie and Carol, and congratulations. I'm going to see if I might be able to share my screen, if it might work. Okay, it looks like it's going to work. I'm just going to show you one event that's coming up, because this is World Team Trip Month. And so I got to see if I can do this quickly, and then we'll go to John's presentation. I'm going to show you some World Team events. Now, here's one of the superstars in our team. He has a beautiful red Corvette. There's his primary coach, his mom, Leslie. There's Daniel. Anyway, so here we go. This is a past World Team event. This was in Cabo San Lucas. There's Wayne and Leslie on my right and Barbara on the left. You guys can see the setting is just breathtaking. The pool behind us, the harbor on the right. And believe it or not, we were sitting at Jerry and Kendra's table with Kendra and Jessica and Jerry's wife. So we got to have dinner with them. And we're going to go a little bit more. Here's a World Team event that was in, I think this was on the Big Island. That's from Louis' team. That's Deborah. There's Barbara. There's Levon Vaughn. There's yours truly. I'm just showing you these because this month, just in a few weeks, we're going to be going on another one. Here's Barbara on the boat. And that's Kendra from Brassfield, Shelley's Luzone. There's Leslie Hansen. There's Janice Johnson having fun in Cabo. There's some dancing broke out. There's Barbara on the dance on the boat. And there she is in her red convertible. That's on the Big Island of Hawaii. And then there's down on paddle boarding. That was Barbara's first time. I think it was Deborah's first time too. So we went on paddleboard on the Big Island. It was really fun. And this is Charlotte Shelton. She's a 2-diamond. Tom Martin's a 3-diamond. There's Barbara. There's myself. And there's Deborah Campbell from Bald Eagle team and Barbara. That's in Hawaii. And another beach scene. Now this is where the company is taking us, you guys, in about 19 days from now. This is Punta Cana, Breathless Resort. I think it's Hidden Beach or something. I forget the name of the resort. Daniel would know. Leslie probably knows too. Anyway, this is Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, where the company is taking us this month for the World Team members. And in our team, we have this month, we have 7 World Team members, Sapphire and above. So this is the resort they're taking us to. When you become World Team, Carol and Jamie are approaching this level here. This is the lobby of the hotel we're going to be in. And there's another view of the lobby. See, in Punta Cana, it's nice and warm. So they got the tropical breezes, and you can see how incredibly open the lobby of the hotel is. And so Barbara is going to be there. Leslie Hansen, myself. There's another view of the property we're going to in Dominican Republic. There's
and
one.
Bob.
Yeah.
So Roberto and Lisa earned this trip free.
Right. And
my Sapphire director.
Yes, and my trip is completely free this year also. So we got 2 of the team that have full airfare, full lodging, everything. And I don't know that I'll get a room this nice, but this is one of the rooms there. Look at that view, you guys. Big, wide open to the ocean. Here's another room. This one's not quite as nice, but still lovely, beautiful, right opening onto the pool. And there's another view from one of the rooms. Okay, that's it. So I just wanted to highlight that because that is happening this month. And that happens once a year. There's a World Team trip. So as soon as you become Sapphire, which means you're a director and you have a director, first level director, then you're eligible for this. Okay, so from right now, we're going to go to John and Debbie are the sponsors of Jamie and Carol. How fortunate. And John and Debbie were wise to be at a health fair. You know, there's two diamond teams in NeoLife that came from a fair. Chuck and Charlotte Shelton and Jerry and Imogen Krause both went clear to 2 diamond worldwide massive businesses. In our team, I didn't get Barbara at a fair, but I did get her at a civic club, a Rotary club. Then I was fortunate to get John and Debbie at a health fair that I got invited to. And then the next year, John and Debbie got Jamie and Carol at a fair. So these are good things to have a vendor booth at these events. And Leslie and I have one here in Eugene in 2 weeks. Now, John and Debbie have not missed, not even once in probably 2 years being Sapphire Director World Team. I mean, consistent to the max. They're a great combination. They're both capable of teaching, both of them. And so John is going to give us a PowerPoint on one of the most important skills. We really can't ever lose it if we want a good success in our team. We can use this skill John's going to show us to get to a certain level. And the more we do it, the more we tend to go up. Okay. But even as if we're at a very nice position, we need to keep doing that because of attrition. So John and Debbie are a world team, as I mentioned. Sapphire, totally consistent. John, please. I've had the privilege of going to a lot of events with John, and we had the privilege of having Debbie with us at convention in Nashville. So John, let's give John a great hand, a consistent team leader. Thank you so much, John.
All right, well, thank you, Bob. But it's, you know, the only reason that we're here is because you're there and you have helped us and made it possible for us to do this. But attrition, a number of people have spoken about attrition here. And originally Jamie talked about Jerry Brassfield said, you know, the problem with this is you have attrition, so you have to keep getting new people. So I want to talk about prospecting.
Yeah.
Prospecting is the opposite of attrition. Right. It is getting people, it is the first step to getting people on. And I am going to do a little PowerPoint talk through on this prospecting. So this is a presentation about prospecting, because this is, I mean, they say this is an important thing. It is the first thing. It comes before anything else. If you don't do prospecting, you don't have anything else. So this is a presentation about prospecting. And I want to point out that this picture is not a picture of prospecting. This picture is a picture of the product or result of prospecting. This is what you get when you prospect. This is, I have prospected. That's what that is. But going on to the next one, that's prospect. It is putting dirt in a pan and washing away the stuff you don't want until you hit what they call pay dirt. It takes skill. It takes a fascination with the dirt, whether it pans out or not. And that's, by the way, that's what the term pans out comes from, is prospecting, getting the stuff out of the pan. Many of you know Eric Worre. He advises and trains network marketers. Louis Smith paid $10,000 for a weekend retreat at his house. He knows what it takes to succeed in network marketing.
It never dawned on me until about 4 or 5 years into network marketing that finding prospects was a skill.
Now you notice he says mining prospects. He knows exactly what he's talking about. The best marketers recognize that prospecting is mining. You have to go through a lot of people that will not pan out. And then he talks about this. He adds this to it.
It's actually a skill that you could develop and you could nurture and you could improve and you could get better at. Okay, that's a new thought. So I started to look at what the successful people did, and let me just give you something to start off with. From Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. I think that's so true. This is a life skill, people. It's not just a network marketing skill. Finding people, meeting people, interacting with people, bringing value to other people, building relationships with other people, strengthening your network, strengthening your influence, being more powerful. It's a life skill.
It's a life skill. A life skill. It's any activity that you are involved in. The first step of it is going to be prospecting, meeting people, staying in communication with people, and so on. The great leaders of the world know and use this life skill. Yeah, think of any influential person, and you'll see someone who is, well, actually, let's see how Eric Worre describes it.
All the great leaders in the world understand this. They know how to shake more hands. They know how to provide more value. They know how to connect with more people. Harvey Mackay, my good friend, he talks about this. He has a book called Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty. A lot of people think, like How to Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive as their favorite book. This is my favorite book of his books. Dig your well before you're thirsty. What does that mean? Build relationships before you need them. Build friendships before you need them. Bring value to somebody else before you ask for value out of yourself. See, he understood and understands the value of building networks, digging your well before you're thirsty. He has some basic fundamental principles. His father, who was an Associated Press reporter, sat him down at age 21 and said, Harvey, now that you're out of school, every person that you meet for the rest of your life, get their contact information, put them into your Rolodex, and find a creative way to stay in touch, find a way to provide value to those people. And if you'll do that, Harvey, everything else in business and in life will take care of itself. Just start today.
Just start today. So that's the basis of prospecting. So what are the skills that go into prospecting? So the skills of prospecting, as Eric Worre said, this is a skill. It's actually a number of skills that can be learned, developed, and you get better at them. And there are dozens of books that are that you can read about it. This is Eric Worre's most well-known book, Go Pro. We have a couple of copies of it, I think. And then there are others as well. And you can do dig your well before you're thirsty. And there's another couple of them that I haven't, fanatical prospecting, all of that. I was just picking stuff up off the internet, just look for what are possible things. Now, these are the resources to learn that I thought of off the top of my head that you can get from NeoLife. There's Monday morning calls, and it's 9 o'clock Monday morning Pacific time. That is half an hour with Whit and Ashley, and they're giving you they're giving you skills and how to do things in that. There's company videos. So there's a couple of YouTube channels that have it. NeoLife.tv is one of them. There's events, rallies, conventions, what Bob was talking about, and that we all know about. Alan Blaine has a YouTube channel with just tons of videos, very specifically on business activities, including a number of them on prospecting, and he's very good. Those are very good. They're I've found them very helpful. And then and his retreats as well that Bob had mentioned. And then Louis Smith also has a YouTube channel as well. Now he does more product training. But I remember at a meeting that Bob and I went to, and I think Carol and Nancy were on that one also with us in Fresno. Something he just said kind of off the cuff. He was doing product training, but then just off the cuff, he said he knows there's lots of things to learn, like about prospecting and so on. And every time you learn something new, you try to fit it in. And sometimes it doesn't fit for you, and that's fine. Find out what works for you. That was his point, was find out what works for you. This is Debbie and I I ran across Todd Falcone. He was guest speaker at one of the Wisdom Builder retreats. And he spoke so well. We were so interested in what he had to say that that we went over to his website, and we have taken a couple of his courses to learn the skills that he has. This is one of the courses that he has there, but of particularly fascinating. This is one of his Todd Falcone's videos, 10 ways to improve prospecting confidence, because people back off prospecting. They don't want to do prospecting because they're not confident. So what he has here is 10 ways, and these are specific things that you can do to help you become confident in your prospecting. And in a minute, I'll mention what one of those most important ways is to improve this. But first, I'm going to, this is an example from a network marketer that I've never heard of before. I was just looking around for what could I use as a sample. And this fellow is going to do a live demonstration of prospecting. This is exactly how he does it. So see how he does it. Now I want you to listen carefully because the sound is not real great because it is live. So listen closely to it. He is in a Red Lobster and he's going to prospect the waiter.
Hey, Red Lobster. He's had really good service from a really good waiter, younger guy, maybe college student. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and prospect him. Let's see how it turns out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Just a summer job for you or anything? Or what do you got going on?
Right now, it's pretty much part-time.
Part-time?
Yeah.
Anything
right
else going on for you?
I'm going to school right now. I'm on break.
Oh, okay.
Back in the fall.
Okay, where you going to school at?
Ivy Tech.
Oh, are you? Okay, right here in town then, huh? Over
South Bend.
South Bend?
South
Cool,
Bend.
cool. Awesome.
The pace yards is all the way over.
The what is?
The pace yards.
Okay.
Classes.
Yeah. Cool.
15-20 minute drive.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, appreciate the good service. Food was good. Let me ask you a question. You do anything else on the side at all? You do anything this other than school and working here at Red Lobster? You got anything else you got going on?
No, it's just work.
Just working?
Yep,
Yeah.
work right now.
Awesome.
You're just working in the back too, so I'm like.
Oh, in the kitchen as well?
So,
Yeah.
Here and there. So.
We're gonna head out. Quick question. Sharp guy, obviously. You at all keeping options open at all? Doing anything on the side doesn't interfere with what you're doing at Red Lobster?
No, I mean I'm open pretty much.
Open? Okay. I'll tell you what. Now's the time and the place. Obviously, we're living out here. I'm gonna shut down my name and number here for you. If you throw me yours, I'll shoot you a text.
Okay.
Shoot you, or your email.
Yeah.
And let's connect and chat, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Good. Yeah, we don't get decent service. Yeah, just finished up walking out of Red Lobster. As you saw, we had really good service, real professional guy, how old was he, 22? 22 years old, going to school over at Ivy Tech here in town. And, when you really get into this business and the training and industry, you retrain your eyes for in this situation, you retrain your eyes and your brain for talent. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just looking for sharp, motivated people. And, we talked to him. The video cut off, but as we talked another minute or so, found out where he was from, originally from California. His family's from Mexico. Like I said, going to college. He's 22. He's in that 18 to 30-year-old bracket that's just blazing trails right now in our industry. And, name, phone number. Said you heard him say he was completely open. I'm going to give it a day or two. I'm going to shoot him a text, and then I'm going to get him on the phone call and show them our opportunity, and then from there, it's it's yes or no. So that's it. That's how easy that is. So stay tuned. We got more of these coming for you. Thanks.
And that's how easy it is. You keep your eyes open. And then what I noticed was that he was real interested and curious about the waiter. He asked him questions. And that may be the key. Be interested in the other person. You just have to be interested in the other person. So these are the skills of prospecting. Is first, I think, is be interested in the other person. And then if appropriate, you mention your product or your opportunity or whatever it is. You just mention it. And then continuing with the skills, you get the contact information, and then you stay in touch with them. You follow up, just like Harvey McKay said in his Dig Your Well, is you figure out how did Eric Worre describe it? You figure you think of creative ways to stay in touch, and so then you stay in touch with them, and then here's the thing: you can't just study about it. You have to actually get out and do it, and those are the skills of prospecting. Let's see. All these are necessary, but for most people just starting out, if you want to become more confident, the ones to work on or not to work on, well, yeah, to work on is first of all, be interested in the other person. And the second one is do it. And there you go. That's prospecting. Yeah. Okay. So I guess I now own the show. So I suppose we can take questions if people have questions. I will pretend I know what I'm talking about. Oh, did I scare you off with that?
Thank you, John. That was very helpful. I like that. I like the video with Hurley and how he approached his approach to the waiter or the waitress, whoever he was talking to. I like that. It was very simple. Now God just got to do it.
Yeah,
and he was non-threatening. He just let it flow.
Yeah, and you just if you're interested in the other person, and then then after you've seen that this other person, and you go, I'd like to work with this person. I think this is a person that I'd like to continue talking to. You say, listen, I have something that I'd like to talk to you about, but obviously this is not time right now. Get there, and then you get their contact information, and then you can do that. And you don't have to do that with everyone. Some people think that when you go out and you're going to talk to somebody who you have to talk to them, you have to get it. No. If you do that, you'll be hunting, and they will feel hunted, and they will not want to talk to you. But if you're just having a conversation and then you say, okay, thank you very much, and you go, this is not somebody that I want to deal with, then you just let them go, because that's dirt in the pan. You're doing the pan. You're just looking for the stuff that's going to come. Yeah, you're looking for this something that's shiny in it, and if you don't see it, you just throw that out. You get another go scoop up some more dirt.
Very
So
good.
John,
Go ahead.
John, that's one of the things that Jerry Brassfield had mentioned about becoming friends with people, being interested in them, and coming to the place where people have to feel comfortable with us before they're gonna feel like they're interested in some of the things that we wanted to share with them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, you'd be interested in them, you make friends. And the thing is, when you made a friend, it doesn't matter if they're going to do our product or not. It doesn't matter if you want to work with them or not. You're just being pleasant to somebody. So look to somebody that you'd like to say, oh, hi, and that's where it starts.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, John. Let's give him a hand. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, two last things, two announcements. We're going to start at 11, which is in 19 minutes on nutrition. And it's a different Zoom ID. It's 963-644-1807, password ATP. And Debbie has some good content for us on Upbeat. And then we have some other information on the SAB and on the NeoLife product difference. So that's at 11. And then I wanted to let you guys know too that Kendra will be with us in our BOC, not in November, but in December, she will be with us. So with that, I'm gonna do our recognition. We're very grateful for all the major contributions from these people. Josh Kramer had 1,013. We had 5 senior managers. Marina Irish, 1,418. We had Rick and Barbara Bird, who are Rick and Barbara there with you guys in the room? Okay, Rick and Barbara had 1,499 PV, so they are approaching executive manager. Nancy Reese on the couch there, 1,685. So Nancy was only 315 PV short of executive manager. She has achieved executive manager several times, so we're very grateful for her contribution to our team. Tremendous. And Rick and Barb were very grateful too. Then Jenny Knowles, also in Jamie and Carol's team, 2001 last month. So that's the executive manager. We had 6 executive directors. Brent and Ramona under Barbara up in Canada, they did 2017. And we're so grateful for Brent and Ramona. Then we have Jolene Cox in Portland, 2018. Josh and Bethany Fiegels in Florida, 2080. We have Allison Wilson in New York, 2351. And Kevin and Janet Cornelius in Philomath at 2,986. So just barely short of director. Then we, by God's grace, we had 15 directors. We had Dean Vanderberg at 4,000, Gene McEwen in Barbara's team, 4,032 in New York. Then Gina Ellis in Wisconsin, 4,089. Lisa Hansen in Mexico, 4,211. And as Leslie mentioned, Lisa and her husband Roberto won all expense paid trip to Punta Cana, airfare, lodging, everything. Then Joy Cordell in Portland, 4,322. Mark Ritchie in Iowa, 4,456. Gene Rudgear, 4,895. Victor Pearson, 5,039. Then in number 6 for personal volume, John and Debbie, 6,098. Then Barbara Chichester, 6,261. Barbara was in number 5 for personal volume. Marilee Blomberg with 8,299. Jamie and Carol Wilson in the number 3 position with 10,003. That's a $600 car allowance, which is awesome. Then Stephanie Beckett here in Eugene. Stephanie's about a 71-year-old grandma, eight grandkids. She openly tells people she got over MS with our product. You know, we can't tell people we can get you over MS, but Steffi can tell her story. She's over it. And last month, she sold 11,262 personal volume. Here she does about 1 hour a week, maybe 2. But because she's got so many customers over the years, she can make $3,000 or $4,000 a month. on 1 or 2 hours a week. I mean, it's amazing because of the repeat sales, because she's talked to so many people over the years. Then a number one position for personal volume, Daniel Hansen, 17,494 points. Very, very good. Now we'll switch to our group volume. These are all world team members, Sapphire directors. Barbara Chichester in number 7, 10,293 points. Thank you, Barbara, for your contribution and your leadership. Then John and Debbie in number 6, 16,101 points. So good job, John and Debbie, Grants Pass area. And with the greater metropolis area of Wilderville, Oregon, with a great representation there. Then number 5 for group volume, Steffi Beckett, 16,157. That's our 71-year-old grandma with 8 kids that does this an hour or 2 a week. In number 4 from Mexico, this is Leslie Hansen's daughter, who won an all expense paid trip for her and her husband to a world-class all-inclusive resort, which we're hoping everyone at Jamie's house there will be with us in 1 to 2 years at that resort. Lisa Hansen, 20, yeah, Lisa Hansen, 21,705 points. And number 3 is Leslie Hansen with 30,096 points. And then in number 2, Victor Pearson, 31,489 points. And then number 1 for group volume in our team is Marilee Blomberg with 65,582 points. Give her a hand. So that's the team, you guys. We're together, we can do a lot. So we're so grateful for every single one of your participation and contribution. Thank you so much. And those of you who want to grow in your product knowledge, we'll see you at 11. You guys have a good morning. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bob.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye, Deb.
See you shortly.
Yeah, see you shortly. Bye-bye.
Oh, there's Carol.
Okay. So I had initially planned on
I want to hear some testimonies within our group. Like, is your husband, is Bob taking the product?
Product. He just had a physical, and the doctor, his heart started just different. That I told her about this meeting. He asked if he was taking notes. And he's been taking.
Hi, Daniel and Marina.